Okay, well, I want to welcome everybody again to this YouTube channel workshop where our goal is to show you either how to get your YouTube channel started or how to turn the YouTube channel you have into a powerful sales and marketing tool for your business, organization, or however you may be using YouTube. My name is Perlow Productions. My name is Mike Perlow. My company is Perlow Productions. We are a corporate video production and animation company based in southern New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia. I'm originally from the Boston area, but I've called this area home for about 19 years. We work with businesses nationwide and worldwide, creating video content and animation that they use to help strengthen their sales and marketing strategy as well. So YouTube has become a bigger and bigger part of what we do here at Perlow Productions, both for ourselves, and now we are passing it on and implementing it with our clients because
The problem with this is
it's great if you have videos, whether they're great or homemade, but if you just throw them on your YouTube channel and do nothing else, not going to find much from it. Again, I would love, you've learned a little bit about me, but I'd love to hear a little bit about you. So if you will, at your comfort level, if you want to put in the chat just a little bit about yourself, the company, organization you work for, maybe what your role is there, how you use YouTube. I'm not going to get a chance to go through all this now, but I promise you, I will read through all of this after this hour. So we'd love to hear anything from you about what brings you here today. And by the way, this should be a two-way conversation, not just Mike speaking for an hour. So I can't believe I just used myself in the third person. I hate that. So if you have a question, just raise your virtual hand. That's the button at the bottom of the screen that says raise hand. If you're not that technologically savvy, then just raise your hand and I will hopefully see you on screen and happy to call on you for a question really at any time. So you're not interrupting me. That's kind of what makes this hour the best is when some of you chime in with your questions or if you're confused about something. There's a lot of information here. And we are recording this, so you can also get the recording. But if you have questions at any point, just raise your hand and I'm happy to call on you and answer your question. So our goals today, help you, figure out how to better use your YouTube channel to strengthen your brand identity, improve how your company, brand, or organization is discovered overall with SEO, and of course, ultimately drive attention, action, and new customers to your website. And that's really what I hope that you come out of today with a better understanding of how all of that works and how, some things you may not even realize were some very simple things you could do to improve how your YouTube channel functions. So let's start with what might be the most important question. Why in the world does all of this matter? Why do we even care about this? Why do I have to spend time optimizing our YouTube channel? Well, your channel is a key marketing asset. It's not just a place to throw your videos. And if that's all you do, it's like that exercise equipment you buy and leave in the closet. You're never going to use it. It's never going to do anything for you. But when you organize your channel in an effective way and set it up with key tags and keywords and descriptions, more people will find you, will find what you do if they're looking for you. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, which means it's one of the most popular ways that when people are searching for what you do, that is how people are searching for that. And so obviously the goal here is to get more views, more subscribers, more web traffic, and all of those things add up to hopefully more business, better brand recognition, and everything that comes with building the name and exposing the content about your company to people that have never worked with you before, don't perhaps know about you. And so we're going to dive into some things around building your YouTube channel, or if you, with your channel already set up, some ways that you can make it stronger. So let's start off with the channel name and handle. A show of hands, how many people out here have their name as the channel name? Like Mike Perlow, Tom Jones. Okay. Laura Dorman does. Okay, so Laura, here's a great example. Laura is a voiceover talent. I'm not searching. Laura, that's the focus of what you do, correct? Correct? Yes. Thumbs up? Yes.
give yourself an advantage.
I'm sorry. No, that's just part of what I do. I do primarily on camera, but I do voiceover and coaching too.
Okay, great. So she's talent. She's voice on camera talent. Right. Okay. So, but nobody, if somebody doesn't know Laura, they're not searching Laura Dillman for voiceover talent or on camera talent, right? She's not, you know, Frank Sinatra. Okay. People might be searching for Frank Sinatra. People might be searching for, you know, Taylor Swift. But if people are searching for voiceover talent, they're going to be searching voiceover talent. So that is why if you put your name as your channel name and handle, people are much less likely to find your channel just based on your name. People that already know you and know your name will search for you. They probably don't need to find your YouTube channel because they already know about your company and your services. So think about a channel name. Usually it's your company name, but if your business is you, think about a name that speaks to what you do and what the services are you provide. So here's a funny example, okay? A confusing and inconsistent version from Perlow Productions would be Mike's video stuff. Okay. First of all, who's ever searching Mike's video stuff for a video production company? Maybe my family. That's about it, right? Probably than them. Okay. Perlow Productions is a better one. Frankly, if I created my YouTube channel today, I'd probably call it Perlow Productions Corporate Video Production. Okay, because that's an even better description. But at least it has the word production in it. So think about when you're coming up with your channel name, and the channel name and the handle should really be the same. Sometimes when you choose the channel name and then it gives you the handle, they add some numbers or digits to your name. If you can't get one with just that name, tweak it slightly so you have the same channel name and handle for consistency, both with your YouTube channel, but also with branding across the board with your website, with your social media. So you want to have, if your company is ABC Pharmaceuticals, your YouTube channel name and handle should be ABC Pharmaceuticals to keep that brand consistency. And again, if for some reason you can't get the same exact name for your YouTube channel as your company, try to choose something very close to it. I'll just show you a couple examples on our YouTube channel here of a couple things we have set up. And you'll see that when you go to our Perlow Productions YouTube channel, which I could have set up before this presentation. So what you'll see here there we go. So what you'll see here is the basic layout of the page, okay? You have the name, and then below it, you'll see you have the handle, which is the @Perlow Productions. Up here, you have the banner image. A key part, many YouTube channels you'll see are just blanket fill. So when you go and log into your YouTube channel and you see your name, in the space above here, I'll show you, if you go to Customize Channel, you can simply go here, and then you go to Home tab. And you go right up here, and within your Home tab, you can add a banner, I'm sorry, right here, under Profile, under Banner Image, you can upload an image that should be a horizontal image that goes across the top of your page. It's another branding element. It's another opportunity to show people and tell people a little bit something about your company. And then here you'll see I have what's called a trailer video. So there's options within, again, customizing your channel where you can have both a video for the first time people come to your page and another video that plays for returning viewers. The great thing around that is it enables you to speak to the audience differently each time they come. So think about the best video on your YouTube channel that you want everybody to see the first time they come. And then maybe a slightly different video that tells something a little different about your company when people come back again to visit your YouTube channel and what that might be. Maybe it's a video that speaks differently. Maybe it's an example of a project you did or work you've done. But those are a couple different ways to control what people see when they come to your channel and how they best learn about your company, your products, and your services. Any questions so far? Again, if you have questions, do please raise your virtual hand. It's hard for me to go through the chat right now with everybody on here, but I do want to be able to answer your questions. So if you have one, chime in. Wayne, what's your question for me? And please unmute yourself when you have a question.
All right. If we add a channel and we think it's helping some, but we want to implement these things, would it be a good idea to start another channel with all these correct things and no, just go ahead and change the channel we got?
That's a great question. No, well,
Oh,
first of
okay.
all, you can change your channel name and handle a number of times a year. I don't know what the number is, but you could go literally today and change your channel name, your channel handle. So any other changes you want to make are just going to benefit from that, right? So no, there's no need to create a new channel. There's nothing that you could have done to your existing YouTube channel that can't be fixed or improved with the things we're talking about here today. So no reason to rip it up and start from scratch. There's really no benefit. And frankly, if you have even 10 subscribers already, you lose those 10 subscribers. So,
Okay.
but great question, Wayne. Laura, what's your question?
I've got a question about the capability of YouTube to act as a library, not just of individual videos, but let's say of a course. For example, I have several different video series, long and short, and I know that there is a way I can identify them as courses and they will appear as that. But what if I'm trying to make them maybe monetized and I don't want to give the whole kit and caboodle? Do I have for every one of those videos make it unlisted and give people when they get the course that particular link? Or is there a way as a whole in YouTube to be able to host these little videos as a course and then be able to unlock it as a whole and maybe give them access and they have a code or something like that?
That's a bit more of a complex question to get into right here, but I would say
Oh,
that you can make videos private links. So there are
yes,
ways to not allow people to see the certain videos
right,
without you giving them the links.
right.
Um, in terms of integrating e-commerce into the transaction, that's more of a web development feature than a YouTube piece of things. So what I would say is, I mean, frankly, if you're selling the content that you want people to watch, it can be housed on YouTube, but the e-commerce part of it would need to be done on your website because I don't believe that, as far as I know, don't quote me, but as far as I know, I don't believe there's any e-commerce function with YouTube that allows you to charge for people to view any of your videos.
No, and I wouldn't expect it could. I just wondering whether I can work with a whole group of them. Let's say if I had 50
Like a
and
playlist. Yeah,
well, it's a playlist, but
right.
rather than having each individually accessed with its own link, is there a way of doing it as a whole as a playlist and making them all unlisted and then making them all available? And I
I'm
wasn't
pretty
sure.
sure, Laura, if you want to shoot me an email after this session, I'm happy
Okay,
to look into it further, but I'm pretty sure you could create a private playlist that then you could give people access to. Absolutely.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
So great question. Um, and that's what it, there's so many different elements that go into what YouTube can do for you and how you can use it. One of the important things that I really want to emphasize is how powerful a tool this can be when it comes to branding your company or your organization, and really keeping in mind how you design the whole look and layout of your YouTube channel. Make sure you have a strong channel description, again, with relevant keywords, and think about what are people searching for what you do. Okay. So, for example, in our world, we create videos, let's just say, and I'm going to show an example of this in a few minutes, but for technology companies. Okay. Uh, I don't care from an SEO perspective. I don't need people finding our videos if they're interested in that technology. I need technology companies who are looking to produce videos find our YouTube channel. So if you do sales training for technology companies, you want people finding your YouTube channel because they're looking for sales training in technology, not learning about technology through content. And so part of that comes through the description of your page and also your individual videos, the keywords you use in there, clear calls to action within the channel and the individual videos, linking your website and social media properly, all of those different things. And I'm going to show you something, jumping back to our YouTube channel, just because I find sometimes the best way to show these little pieces of making changes to your channel is just through using our page as a guinea pig. So, for example, when you go in to customize your channel here, and one of the other areas I find that a lot of people leave out is along with your banner image and your picture, which by the way, unless you are the product, don't put your picture, put your company logo in there. The channel name, the channel handle, if you want your pronouns, a detailed description of your company. Again, what you do, what the literal service or product you deliver. A call to action, maybe include a calendar link, your email address, a phone number, as much as you can give. You can't give too many opportunities, too many different ways for people to contact you. It even allows for translation to other languages. Your channel URL. Now, here's the big part where a lot of people miss out. I think it's unlimited. I haven't gotten to a limit yet. You can add all these different links in your profile. So I have one to my request a quote form. I have another one to our LinkedIn page, to the portfolio section of our site, to specific areas, animation, to our TikTok, to all these different services that we provide that are all direct links to our website. So this is really how your website and your YouTube channel can be somewhat symbiotic, where they're pushing activity and traffic back and forth from each other. So these are all different ways when people are visiting our YouTube channel, they can learn even more about us without even watching a video yet, because they see we have all these different offerings. And then again, in the contact info, put in your email address. Make sure it's the correct email address. And then last, the watermark. This is where you upload a PNG of your logo. A PNG is a transparent file, transparent image, where anytime you embed your videos anywhere else, that logo will pop up over the video. So if it's ever embedded anywhere else, people always know it's from your company, and people can't just like steal your video and embed it somewhere else. So those are a whole bunch of different branding opportunities, and just information you can get out to people there in your when they first come to your YouTube channel. And again, here under layout, you can add the trailer for people who have not subscribed, who are first-time visitors. And then I have another video for returning subscribers, which is actually the video some of you may have seen when you were in the waiting room earlier. And then down here, I have all these different playlists. So when you create playlists, think about what are the different products, services, or even topics that I want people to know that we deal with. So in our case, it's different types of video production and animation. So we created one for corporate videos. We did one for animated explainer videos. We even did one that has videos kind of like client testimonials, so what it's like working with us, our shorts, and then some other categories of different areas we do work in. Again, Laura was talking about how to section certain videos, put certain videos together. This is a great way to categorize your videos, so people don't just come to your YouTube channel and just see dozens, if not hundreds of videos, and really don't know where to go or what to do with it. So keep that in mind when you are categorizing your videos. Don't just put them up there haphazardly, but really try to get them very organized. Laura, you had another question?
I did, related to that. I kind of ran up against this wall. Is there a limit to the number of playlists you can have? And how do you get around that?
I have not gotten there yet, so I don't believe so, but let me know if you do.
I think I have. It won't let me make any more. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or have
Okay.
it show up. Okay, thank you.
Gotcha. Well, if there is, then I would say pick the ones that are most applicable to your channel and your business. So, which brings us to channel description. Okay. Again, in the home part of your YouTube channel, there's an area to describe your company. So when you think about describing your company, again, think about the words that people would search for what you do, but also that people can read and simply understand what the products and services are that you provide. Or maybe you're a nonprofit and you are, you have a certain cause that you're working around. Whatever it is that makes your organization what it is, those are some of the best words to put into that description. You don't need to get into, if you do something, for example, very technical, you don't need to get into explaining all of that in the description. You really want people just to be able to read that description and say, okay, this company does X. I need what they do. Now I want to see some examples of what they do, maybe hear from their customers, maybe see case studies, whatever it may be. So as part of that, once you've done the channel description and you've started uploading your videos, another area where people make huge mistakes that I see all the time, and that is when it comes to your titles for your videos and thumbnails. So let's start with the titles of your videos first. And this is slightly tongue-in-cheek, but you'd be amazed how many times people make mistakes like this just because they upload the video and they just give it the name that they think of. So in this example, okay, the first one for us is pharmaceutical company overview. So if we do overview videos for companies in the pharmaceutical industry. So if we just title it pharmaceutical company overview, first of all, nobody's searching that, or very few people are searching that if they're looking for a company that does what we do. You look at a stronger title, this speaks to literally what we do. Pharmaceutical video production company, corporate and brand videos for pharma. So let's just say you do supply chain management for companies. So, your title would be supply chain management for manufacturing companies. Okay. So it speaks to the service you do instead of what the video is about, which might be profiling one of your clients or customers, or might be profiling something related to your industry. So really think about when you write the title for your video. Again, I know I keep saying this is the same thing, but it really speaks to a lot of these pieces, which is think about how people search for what you do and what are the words people use to describe that. But when you have videos about different types of services or maybe services you provided in different industries, think about how it would be slightly different in maybe entertainment to medical to real estate to nonprofits to whatever it may be, and how the words people would be using to try to find that your product, service, or your company. And really focus on what the viewer gets from the video, why you want them to watch this video. That will speak to the person and say to them, okay, this is a brand video for a pharmaceutical company. I'm a pharmaceutical company. I could probably see what they do, how they do it, and how they can help me. Just want to mention again, if you have any questions as I'm talking, we'd love to breathe for 20 seconds. So if you have a question, raise your virtual hand, whether it's about something I've shared or just a random question you have about YouTube. Samantha, what do you have for me?
Hey, I am just getting started with YouTube. I have nothing public facing at this moment. What is your recommendation as far as how many videos I should have up before I kind of really launch? I don't want to launch with just one video saying, hey, this is Sam. You know what I mean? I want, a few different things up there, but I also don't want to, overload everything up front.
Samantha, are you a realtor? Is that what I see it says?
Yeah.
Okay. Southwest Florida?
Yes, sir.
Used to live in Fort Myers.
Awesome. I'm down in Naples.
Yeah. So in your space, but I think in general, it's a good question. So I would agree. I would not launch your channel if you literally just have one video, but I would also focus on quality over quantity. I would say just to rush and put together, 10 videos, not worth it. I would say if you can come up with like one initial, trailer video, like I said, that everybody sees when they come to your page, and then maybe, two or three other videos that are there from the get-go, people have the opportunity to see a few different things, and maybe even do a fourth video that just says, hey, we're working on a lot more content coming soon, come back to our channel. Maybe that's the fourth video, something really short and sweet.
Okay.
And so there's no right or wrong answer to that. But the other thing I would say is, even if you're able to start with 4 videos, before you launch the channel, make sure it's not going to be 6 months before you produce any other content. And I think
Right. Yeah. I've recently got someone on board now where we have a filming schedule. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And think about, again, when you film those videos, what's the purpose of each video? What are you telling your audience through each of those videos, and why do they want to watch it on your YouTube channel? So give some thought to that.
Yes, 100%.
There's nothing wrong with doing proper videos about individual properties you're selling, but really the sales opportunity for you is why people should work with you. And that's a very different sales pitch than, hey, we have this beautiful house, which is valuable as well, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to focus more on services that I personally offer, and then just educating people about, either, you've been here in my area, so it won't fall on deaf ears to you, but different communities or just different highlights about the areas around here, because it is so diverse.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Nilu, what's the question you have for me?
Hi, I'm Mike. Thank you so much for this session. Are you able to
My
hear
pleasure.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. So my content is around feelings management and, helping people feel better, which I'm sure you know is a very oversaturated market. So for somebody like me, do you have any recommendations on tips and tricks around thumbnails? And are there any websites that you think we can use to kind of, use as a sounding board for whether our thumbnails make sense or not? And can we increase the appeal to our audience with certain kind of thumbnails?
I'm sorry, you're asking tips and tricks around.
The thumbnails, and are there any websites which help people like us kind of polish our thumbnails?
Sure. So you kind of queued me up here because the thumbnails was actually the next thing I was going to talk about. So well done. So I would not say that there is an absolute answer to that question. And honestly, I would say that yes, thumbnails are important. They certainly make a difference with click-through rate for people watching different videos. And have some examples here of kind of a weak, a decent, and a strong thumbnail. But here's what I will tell you. Thumbnails definitely make a difference. But I will honestly tell each and every one of you,
Now
I have put very
is
little time.
hot game.
I have put very little time and effort for Perlow Productions into creating great thumbnails. Not because I don't think they're important, but because I prioritize A, creating great videos to upload, and B, making sure that my page is well laid out, that the title for the video is well structured, that the description for the videos are well structured, that all of those elements, so people find my videos. Yes, there's an argument that thumbnail will increase that click-through rate, but I will say to you that, and so my answer to your question is, I would worry less about that, and I would worry more about the content you're creating that speaks to what makes you different in your field. Because really, at the end of the day, to your point, many of us work in industries where there's lots of people, myself included, doing what we do. So
Yeah.
you either need videos that show you in action doing what you do, and then hopefully people see that, or videos that speak to, either it's you speaking or maybe your clients or anybody that can speak to your audience saying, hey, I work with Nilu. She's been amazing for this. I looked at 5 other companies that do the same thing, and here's what makes her
Mm-hmm.
different. Okay. So
Right.
my recommendation would really be focus on the content. Don't worry so
Yeah.
much about the thumbnails right now. When you have a bang up series of videos that do all that, then let's have a conversation about the thumbnails. But I really would put that low down on your priority list for right now. Because I just think you can have great thumbnails and poor videos and poorly structured YouTube channel, and it's really not going to make much of a difference in terms of bringing people to your YouTube channel. Hope that answers your question. Great questions,
Yeah.
everybody. So thank you. So one of a couple of the tips that these are like little crazy things that I've learned over the years about YouTube. So one is when you go to upload your video to your YouTube channel. I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but it matters. Everything matters with YouTube. So you will look at your video file, and depending on who edited it, they may have exported it and named it different things. It might say, Vicky James promo. It might say Joel Shurtalk video .h.264. It might say Tracy Grant's video about her business 2426. Before you upload that video, right click on the video file and rename it to the same thing that you're going to title that video. Because believe it or not, the name of the video file does make a difference when it comes to SEO with YouTube. And it pains me because I have hundreds of videos on our YouTube channel that uploaded 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, maybe longer, that are all named some random file name, and I can't change them. But moving forward, take 10 seconds and rename the actual video file before you upload it to the same name you're going to give it, or something similar within the title of that upload. The second thing, and this is a bit more of a web design thing, but mention this to your web designer or whoever handles your website. If you have your social media icons on your website, you should if you don't, but if you do, and people can click on them to go to your various social media sites. Well, you can add some very simple code at the end of the URL for your YouTube channel that when somebody goes there, it automatically asks them to subscribe. It does not force them to subscribe. They can click no, but it prompts them to subscribe to your channel before they see before they can really dive into the content. It's a little bit of code. If you have somebody doing your website and you want me to tell you what it is, email me and I'm happy to. Literally, it's very simple. But it's one of those little things that I love because now when people go to our website and they click on the YouTube icon, the first thing it does is, hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So just another way to encourage people to subscribe to your YouTube channel, which of course, you could have a million great videos, but if you don't have people that are watching them regularly, then it really doesn't matter. And I will say that that's, a couple of the common issues that I see with a lot of YouTube channels right now is either one of a couple things. Some of them have a bunch of videos, but very few subscribers. I'm not going to lie. I've had more than a few clients where I've said, I see you have a YouTube channel. You have 8 videos and you have 3 subscribers, and I'm one of them. And that's a problem. So there are various ways to get people to subscribe to your YouTube channel. One, obviously, is what I just mentioned, is through the link on your website. If you don't do this already, in your email signatures, add hyperlinks to your social media, including your YouTube channel, and just have it say, subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's also ways within the video. This is a little bit more complex, and I can't get into this in full detail right now, but when you upload a video before you actually set it to debut, if everybody can just stay muted unless you have a question, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. You can add end screens and cards that pop up at different points in the video playing that can encourage people to subscribe. They can do end cards where it encourages them to watch another video in your portfolio, and there are various settings there. So there's a bunch of different ways, even within each video that you've uploaded, to encourage people, because people can watch your content even if they haven't subscribed, but encourage people to subscribe to your YouTube channel. And I'll tell you something else I've done more than a few times on LinkedIn and Facebook is I'll literally say a post, say, hey, I have 400 subscribers, help me get to 500. And here's the link. And I don't get hundreds of people, but maybe I add 10 or 15 over the course of a week. Reaching out to the people that are part of your community and asking them to subscribe to your YouTube channel is a great way to build that base of people that are subscribers and who will be alerted to future videos that you upload and regular activity on your channel. What I will say is the bot subscribers do you no good. You really want real people who care about your company or what you do to subscribe to your channel. So think about that when you're reaching out and make sure the people that you are encouraging to subscribe actually are people that you want seeing your content. Again, if you have a question, feel free to raise your virtual hand or your real hand. I'm happy to call you, whether it's a question about your channel, about something I've explained, or something you've been wondering about when it comes to using YouTube. Here's a question for everybody. Who here has, well, a lot of you are off camera, but who here, a show of hands or virtual hands, who here has a YouTube channel they're really proud of? Okay, Susan, Robert, Tim, Vicky did. Okay. Marcus says he does. Nilu says she does. Okay. Okay. So we have some people that say they're proud of the YouTube channel. Okay. So for those of you who don't, what is one of the top things you feel you're missing? Anybody want to chime in by speaking? Marcus.
I think my struggle with my YouTube channel right now is basically having consistency on my channel. Like
Meaning uploading new content consistently?
I was, but this month I've been slacking off, and I don't know why. Because I have school to. I was busy with school. That's why I've been slacking out.
So you're saying a lack of consistency of posting content regularly?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's obviously, listen, don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, we produce videos, so I have an unfair advantage because we actually have content. But yeah, it's a lot of work to produce content. And so that's why I would say to people, better to produce a little less content and do it well than just throw up new content all the time. But there are also, and I'm going to show you guys something else, and I appreciate your question, Marcus. There's also some different ways. So don't beat yourself up if you're not producing content as regularly as you'd like. But, try to create content every once in a while so it gives people a reason to come back to your channel. But there are a couple other ways I'm going to show you to keep people engaged in your YouTube channel. So for example, when you go to your channel here and you scroll down on the left side to community, okay? Any comments, and these are some silly comments that I haven't responded to, but any comments that people make on your videos will all sit right here. And with the exception of comments that might just be silly, which if they're inappropriate, you can delete them. But any real comments on your content, make sure you engage, reply, like it, comment on it when you can, because that's a great way to keep people engaged. It shows them that your company actually cares about them as a member of your YouTube channel community, and it gives people reasons to come back to your channel again, see what your comment was, and keep the communication going. So it's a great way to be communicating with your YouTube community who have taken the time to come watch your videos, and then obviously commented on your videos because they have something to say, whether it's funny, serious, whatever it may be. I haven't really touched much on the analytics. This is a whole nother piece of YouTube, but I want to just do a bit of a general overview. Analytics are a great way to get a sense of what's happening with your channel and what people are doing. So even here in the right-hand corner, you can look over the last month. You can go the last 365 days. You can do lifetime. You can do a specific year or month. So I usually will look like, the last 30 days as just a good litmus test to see what's happening. So if I go here and I can see, okay, over the last month, my channel had 2,500 views in the last 28 days, which it says about the same as usual. I have my watch time, which is the number of hours spent, but same as usual. But I've received 14 new subscribers. So we're doing something good to encourage more subscribers. It also shows here on the right side your video that is getting the most activity. And then if you scroll down here, it'll show your top content. So it not only shows the different videos that are getting the most activity, but it shows how long they're watching it, the number of views. So what's interesting here is you can see okay, this video is an over 10-minute long video, but people are watching it half of the time, which to me makes me feel really good that we produce this long form video that people are watching at least half of it. And then there's some where you'll see people are less engaged. So, what it gives you is a good sense of the content you're creating and how long people are being engaged with it and which videos they're watching. And you can, keep going. The list can be expanded and you can go through all your different videos, and it gives you all kinds of different data here on, the average view duration, the percentage watched, all of those things. And what it will show you over time, and this could take years, but it'll show you over time, the content that seems to hit the mark with your audience. And sometimes I will tell you, it can be completely at random. There's some content that I don't understand why it gets so much viewership, and others that I think would blow it out of the ballpark and have done very little. I'll show you a funny example here, which I am still trying to figure out myself. And let's see, where is it here? Bear with me a second here. I can find it really quickly. So we have a video we created for one client. I don't know why it's not popping up all of a sudden. I can't find it quickly. We'll move on. But well, I can't find it right now. I don't know why it's not showing up earlier. But it had insane amount of viewership over the first few months. Literally, it said people were watching it 200% of the video, which meant they were watching it multiple times. And for the life of me, I don't know what caused that. I don't know why, but somehow that video was being rewatched by people. It theoretically could have been on a loop somewhere, but that really wouldn't be tracked in YouTube. So to this day, I have not figured out what the issue was. Not the issue, but what the cause of that was. But the attention and the views on that video were through the roof. It was insane. A few more things I want to share with everybody here. So we've talked about your video titles, your thumbnails, getting subscribers. Another key way to draw more interest to your YouTube channel and vice versa is by taking the videos that are on your YouTube channel and embedding them on your website. So look at your website and think about where are some different places that we could embed these videos, some of these videos, that would be meaningful on our website. Whether it's a service page, whether it's a company history page, whatever it may be, where could these videos go that would make sense on our website and be supportive to our website? And by embedding them on your website, this is just a mock-up version here, people come to a page on your website, they see the video, and by the way, when they click on it, it can also take them to your YouTube channel, because right up here at the top where it has the video name is also hyperlinked to your YouTube channel. So it's another way to draw people. And those views, by the way, count in your viewer count on your YouTube channel analytics. So another way to get that content in front of a larger audience and eventually bring them back for becoming subscribers and followers of your channel. Okay, a couple more things. We got about 15 minutes left here. I want to touch on a few other items, a few other areas of interest when it comes to your YouTube channel. A few things to think about as we go through everything we've talked about today. So coming out of today, what I'd love to see you do is go onto your YouTube channel, go to one of your videos, just focus on one and update the title. Think about what the title is right now and how you could change that title to speak better to the audience you're going after. If it's Samantha and her real estate clients, tips for buying homes in Southwest Florida. I don't know, I'm just making something up. But thinking about something that people would search and work on that title, make it clear, full with keywords, and really based around how people would search for what that video talks about and the services and products you offer. Then, despite the advice I gave earlier, you can go ahead and improve a thumbnail. Actually, that reminds me. So I'm going to show you something else here for a second. So I want to show everybody, because people often don't know this when it comes to changing thumbnails within their YouTube channel. So here's what I'm going to show you. When you click on your channel and you go to any one of your videos, there's a couple easy ways where you can change what you use as a thumbnail. So let's go here. We're going to we'll go to this animated explainer video I have here. So you can go right down here after video details, right under here under thumbnail. You right click on it and it says options. So you can reselect, you can upload one if you are creating your own thumbnail in another program. But to reselect, YouTube will create 3 different images that you can choose from. Sometimes you get great options, sometimes you don't, but look at the 3 it gives you and pick the one that you think is at least best going to speak to that audience. I like this one because this was a California-based university. I like the fact that the image had the map of California in it. So for me, it was better than a school bus or a school building that was part of the animation as well. I'll show you another example. So here, here's one we did for a company called Daylight 24 that sells lamps. Okay, now we actually created that thumbnail, but it also gave me, oops, hang on. Well, I guess because I uploaded my own, it wouldn't let me do that. Sorry, bad example. But point is, when you go into any one of your videos, you can go in, you can change the thumbnail, you can update the description. You can also, you'll have your list of playlists. When you upload the video, select the different playlists that you want it to be part of. So when people watch those different playlists, that video is included. A few other things here. Here's a big part when you upload your videos that people miss out on. When you go down here, you'll see age restriction. For the most part, most of us are not uploading videos that have any age restriction. So you don't need to, you can just say it's not made for kids. And then it says show more. You go down here, and here's where the real good stuff is. This is where all the tags can go. So you can fit up to, I think, 500 characters or something like that. So think of tags, which are essentially keywords that speak to the content that people are searching for what you do, and particularly within this video. So I have a few general ones like Philadelphia video production and corporate video production, but this video is all about a mental health organization. So I have healthcare testimonial video, nonprofit storytelling, mental health organization video, behavioral health video marketing. I name a couple of the people that work for the company in the video. So all different things that people might be searching. And then down here, recording date, you can just pick the date around when you produce the video. The date is not critical. But here's the other thing. So most of the video locations I put in is Perlow Productions. But if it's meaningful to have your client location in there, if they have a YouTube channel, you can put them as the video location. But usually put your own company there because that's how another way they can find you. And then the category. Think about the category both of your business, but also of the subject matter of your video. So if, for example, if you're a company that helps with fundraising, no, let's do a different one. If you're a company that helps with marketing, okay, maybe you work with nonprofits, but maybe you work with Fortune 500 companies as well. Okay, well, this one might be about nonprofits, but you might also pick, some other category. Maybe you do marketing for technology companies. Maybe you do marketing for travel and events. So pick the different category that speaks to both the subject of the video, but also where your company, the world that your company plays in. And if you make these changes properly for each of your videos, you will over time see significant uptick in the amount of traffic you are getting to each one of your videos. Lauren, you have a question? Lauren's full of questions today.
That's why I'm here.
That's right.
Yeah, I do have a question, especially about those tags. How important are they still now in the age of AI and GEO? Are they still being relevant or less so? How would you put that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's one of the ways I show that it's a critical area. Absolutely. I don't know that AI, I'm not sure what you mean in terms of AI impacting that, but search is search, whether it's through AI or through a person doing, well, I mean, the searches are using AI,
Okay.
but absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, when AI is looking for things, they're looking for keywords and content and topics that relate to what you're searching. So absolutely. And really, I will tell you, I spend a lot of time thinking deeply about what those keywords are. So they're not just generic for every video. I used to have a generic set of tags that I had for every video, and I realized that was defeating the purpose because it just all triggered the same kind of subject matter.
Would you
Greg,
put
what's
your,
your question?
I'm sorry, Laura, you had your like.
oh, I was just going to follow up with that. Would you put your own name or company name in the tag itself?
It can't hurt. But again, like usually, unless you're a public figure, probably doesn't do a whole lot of value. We had, if you're a public figure, absolutely. Greg, what was your question?
So we usually take, copy all the content out of the video and put that in the description for SEO along as with some other things that it's about. Does that have a strong effect in positioning inside YouTube?
I mean, so a transcript of the video, of the voiceover in the video, essentially,
Yep.
that certainly helps. But I would still say I wouldn't just put a transcript of the video in the description. I would still start with the description of the company, your company, product, services, whatever the video is about, and then add that underneath. Absolutely, that can help. But I think if that's all, because think about people are also going to see that and read that. And if they go to the video page and they just see like a transcription of the video, but no description of what they're about to watch, it's a little confusing to the viewer. So I would start with that key information about your company and then go into that transcription. Absolutely. Absolutely. T, what's your question?
Hi, thank you. I have a question about the trial videos. How helpful are those, and do they work or do they hurt your future like algorithm of being found on YouTube?
Sorry, the trial videos?
Yeah, because I was looking into like another a training on YouTube, and they said they have a feature about trial videos that you can kind of use to post maybe like I guess like a test video, something like that. So I didn't know if you know anything about that feature or if that was even useful.
I am not aware of that option. What would be the purpose exactly? You mean to just see how your channel works?
Well, how the channel works, and also I guess like to get feedback, maybe like in a couple of people that you can send it out to. But if it goes live, I wanted to know if that would like hurt your algorithm, if you're just kind of just trying to post some videos to
I
get your
think if
channel up and going.
I think if you are just starting your channel, T, I don't think there's enough you're going to do to impact algorithms in the big picture regardless. So I wouldn't worry too much about
Okay.
that. I would say the best content is content that is real to whatever you do. So trial videos that are kind of, generic cookie cutter AI generated videos are not going to distinguish you for whatever you do on your channel. So I would encourage you to, start off by creating one video that just is a great, hey, this is T, this is what I do, this is what my company does. Subscribe to our channel. We have more to come. That kind of thing.
Got it.
That would be
That
my
sounds
plan.
good. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Laura, 5 questions per attendee. You hit your max. No, it's all good.
Okay,
All good.
all right, I'll
There you
be
go.
done. The captions that we put on our videos, are those also searchable now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And those adding captions to your videos is definitely a great technique to help as well. Absolutely. It's a pain because you have to create the whole closed captions and upload it, but absolutely. It's another way to add additional content to your SEO content to your channel. Absolutely. Absolutely. Susan, what's your question? Susan Shimp.
So I do a lot of short videos. I don't do a lot of long form videos. I mean, what gets recognized more?
I would say it's very much equal. Short form. So a broader answer to your question is, first of all, people believe shorter is better. I say better is better. Okay, because whether it's a 30-second video or a 4-minute video, I see Robert Weiss there shaking his head. Whether it's a 30-second video or a 5-minute video, if it's not well done, people aren't watching for 15 seconds, so it really doesn't matter. If it's well done, and I could show you all kinds of analytics on our content, if it's well done, people will watch far beyond a 30 seconds to a minute.
And still do all the stuff that you do, the description and everything for those.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I didn't really dive as much into shorts, and I apologize.
That's
but the
okay.
same exact approach can be taken to shorts. Absolutely. And even, creating playlists of your shorts is a great thing to do as well. YouTube, essentially, I think if it's less than 60 seconds, will designate it as a short. I believe that's what it is. So yeah, your shorts can have the same impact on all of what we've discussed as a long form video can, and vice versa. And having a mix of both is great because sometimes people just enjoy watching some short little clips about your company. Marcus, you had another question?
What if you can use YouTube Shorts as teasers for a long form video?
That's fantastic. Another great way to use shorts. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's not the only way you have to use it, but absolutely creating teaser versions or little promotional videos for things that are coming. Absolutely. Have you tried that before?
Not yet, but I will in the future.
I think it's definitely a great idea. Thank you again, Marcus, for your question. Now, you've all given me an hour of your time. I hope you've learned a lot. I could probably go on for another hour, but I want to respect your time. But I want to give you all, at least offer you something back. So I always like to offer a little something to everybody that joins me, and a little bit of a special offer that I'm going to make. So we obviously, as part of this, do what's called the YouTube channel audit, where a lot of the things I discussed today and more that I do for companies' YouTube channels, companies, nonprofits, etc. And I like to always offer like a little special promo rate for people who have given me an hour of their time today. So I'm offering a discounted rate. You see here, there's a link you can go to. You can type it in your own website search engine. You can type it in there and go to it. It'll take you to the calendar link to schedule it. I will also put the link in the chat. This is something I honor for the next 2 days, for today and tomorrow. The reason I can't honor it longer is because I can't keep that same rate up there forever for people that did not attend today's session. But if you want more information about the audits, shoot me an email. If you're interested in scheduling one, happy to do that with you. And again, happy to offer this discounted rate on the audits. Apologize, Zoom is not cooperating with me here. My apologies. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. Let me try that one more time in case you couldn't see that. Okay, one more time. There we go. Any other questions I can answer for anybody? Laura, you have one more question?
I
No?
promised to keep my quiet.
Oh, you had your hand up, so I thought you maybe had one more
Oh,
question.
no, I just never took it down.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. All good. All good. So again, if you're interested in more information about a YouTube audit or scheduling one, you can use that link at the bottom of the page. I have a couple more minutes to take any final questions. And as I mentioned, I will put that.
Your box was covering the link, so we couldn't see it.
Oh, thank you, Susan. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, one more time there. Can you see that?
So you're on my screen, all I see is tinyurl.co.
That's CO.
Schedule your audit, tinyurl.co. That's all I see. Because your screen is blocking it.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to try to fix this. I don't know
Oh,
what's
Mike,
going on.
I saw the full URL at the bottom.
Oh, you did?
Okay. Susan, you're freaking me out here.
Yeah, I saw it as well. You might be
Okay.
able to minimize Mike's screen or something.
Okay. Before we wrap, any other questions I can answer for anybody? Small or large, things you're like, I want to dive into this the moment I get off this call. Any other questions I can answer for anybody? No, I have exhausted all questions. Okay, well, again, whether you're interested in YouTube channel audit or not, I thank you for your time. Always happy to talk more about any questions you have about your YouTube channel, how you can make it a better tool to drive activity and new customers to your website and to your business. Obviously, if you ever have need for video production or animation services, happy to explore that as well. But more than anything, I hope I have given you some new knowledge about how to make better use of your YouTube channel. I apologize if I'm a little slow on the upkeep today. I've been fighting a nasty cold and it got the bit of the best of me the last few days, but I pushed through. And bottom line here is I hope that when you look back 3 to 6 months from now, you're able to look at your YouTube channel and see it as a stronger tool that is driving more people to your website, bringing you new customers, different prospects, and people that say, hey, found you on YouTube, love what I saw here, and I'd really like to learn more about what you do and how you can help me with whatever you do. So with that, I thank you all for your time and hope to see you again soon. And thank you for spending the hour with me. Have a great day, everybody.